The unquenchable curiosity, unveiling the mysteries of life. The world around us is a symphony of sights, sounds, and interactions, teeming with life in diverse forms. From the majestic redwood trees reaching towards the sky to the microscopic bacteria thriving in the deepest oceans, the natural world presents a ceaseless tapestry of wonder. But this wonder isn't merely for passive observation. It ignites a spark within us, a primal curiosity that compels us to delve deeper, to understand the why and how behind what we witness. This insatiable curiosity is the very foundation of science, the driving force behind our quest to unravel the mysteries of life. The seeds of inquiry, from observation to question. Our journey of scientific exploration begins with observation. We utilize our senses, sight, touch, smell, hearing, and taste, to gather information about the natural world. We witness the rhythmic rise and fall of a bird's chest during flight, the vibrant colors of a blooming flower, or the intricate patterns on a seashell. These observations, however, are not mere passive experiences. They spark questions within us. Why does a bird need air sacs to fly? What factors influence the color of a flower? How did that beautiful seashell form? These initial questions are the seeds of scientific inquiry. They propel us beyond simple observation and towards a deeper understanding. Unlike casual curiosity, scientific questions are specific and aim to uncover cause and effect relationships. They guide us to move from a descriptive understanding, the bird flies, to an explanatory one. Air sacs in the bird allow for efficient gas exchange during flight. Fueling curiosity, the power of background research. Asking the right questions is crucial, but it's only the first step. To effectively explore these questions, we must leverage the wealth of knowledge accumulated by scientists who came before us. This is where background research becomes indispensable. Scientific journals, textbooks, and online databases offer a treasure trove of information on biological phenomena. By delving into existing research, we gain valuable insights. We learn about past experiments, established theories, and current scientific understanding relevant to our questions. This background research helps us refine our initial questions and formulate them in a more specific and focused manner. For example, upon learning about the role of oxygen in respiration, our question about bird flight might be refined to, how do air sacs in birds optimize oxygen intake during flight? The role of skepticism, unveiling all possibilities. Science thrives on a healthy dose of skepticism. While it's tempting to jump to conclusions based on initial observations, a good scientist considers alternative explanations. Is there more than one factor influencing the color of a flower? Could other mechanisms besides air sacs contribute to bird flight? By considering alternative hypotheses, we design more robust experiments that test for all possibilities. This skepticism helps us avoid confirmation bias, the tendency to favor evidence that confirms our initial beliefs and overlook contradictory data. Embracing the journey, the scientific process unfolds. Fueled by curiosity, armed with background knowledge, and open to alternative explanations, we are now ready to embark on the incredible journey of scientific exploration. The scientific method, a meticulous and methodical approach, guides us through this journey. This systematic process involves formulating a testable hypothesis, designing a controlled experiment, collecting and analyzing data, drawing conclusions, and finally, communicating our findings. It is through this structured approach that we navigate the complexities of the natural world and build a reliable body of knowledge about life. The ever-evolving tapestry. The scientific quest is a continuous exploration, an ever-evolving tapestry of discoveries. Each answered question leads to new ones, each experiment refines our understanding, and each breakthrough paves the way for further exploration. As we delve deeper into the natural world, we not only unlock its secrets, but also gain a profound appreciation for its breathtaking complexity and interconnectedness. This insatiable curiosity, the cornerstone of scientific inquiry, empowers us to transform from mere observers to active participants in understanding the remarkable story of life on Earth. Part 2 of this chapter will delve deeper into the heart of this process, exploring the first step in the scientific method, observation and question formulation. The art of observation, cultivating curiosity and sharpening questions. The human mind is a remarkable tool for observation. Through our senses, we perceive the world around us, gathering a wealth of information. But scientific observation goes beyond passive perception. It's a deliberate and focused act of gathering information relevant to a specific inquiry. It's the foundation upon which the scientific method rests, laying the groundwork for formulating compelling scientific questions. Sharpening our senses. Tools for observation. Our 5 senses, sight, touch, smell, taste, and hearing, are the primary instruments of scientific observation. Each sense provides a unique window into the world, allowing us to perceive different aspects of a phenomenon. Vision. Our dominant sense allows us to observe color, shape, size, movement, and spatial relationships. We can witness the intricate patterns on an insect's wing, the vibrant colors of a flower petal, or the synchronized movement of a flock of birds. Magnifying glasses, microscopes, and telescopes extend our visual capabilities, revealing details invisible to the naked eye. Touch. This sense allows us to perceive texture, temperature, and moisture. A scientist might feel the smoothness of a frog's skin, the firmness of a ripe fruit, or the dampness of soil to gather valuable data. Smell. While often underrated, the sense of smell plays a significant role in scientific observation. We can detect the sweet fragrance of a flower, the pungent odor of a chemical reaction, or the earthy aroma of freshly turned soil. These olfactory clues can provide insights into the properties and composition of materials. Taste. Although taste is primarily used for food evaluation, it can also be a valuable tool in scientific observation. Biologists might cautiously taste a plant to identify its bitterness, a potential defense mechanism against herbivores. However, ethical considerations and potential safety hazards necessitate caution when using taste in scientific exploration. Hearing. The world is a symphony of sounds, and hearing allows us to perceive variations in pitch, volume, and rhythm. A scientist might listen to the chirping of birds to identify different species, the rhythmic beating of a frog's heart to assess its health, or the crackling sound of a chemical reaction to understand its progress. Beyond the senses, instrumentation and technology. While our senses are powerful tools, scientific observation often relies on sophisticated instruments and technology to extend our reach and gather more precise data. Thermometers measure temperature, balances measure mass, and graduated cylinders measure volume. These tools allow us to quantify observations and make them more objective. Microscopes, with their ability to magnify objects millions of times, reveal the unseen world of cells, bacteria, and viruses. Telescopes allow us to explore the universe beyond our immediate surroundings. Technological advancements like DNA sequencing and brain imaging provide deeper insights into the building blocks of life and the workings of the human mind. The art of selective observation. Not everything we perceive is relevant to our scientific inquiry. Effective observation requires focus and the ability to filter out extraneous details. We must learn to distinguish between what's important and what's noise in the data stream. For example, a scientist studying plant growth might choose to observe the height and number of leaves, while ignoring the color of the flower pots in which they are planted. By focusing on relevant details, we can gather meaningful information that will inform our understanding of the phenomenon under investigation. Recording observations, capturing the moment. Scientific observations are fleeting, To be valuable, they need to be documented meticulously. This can be done through various methods. Detailed notes. Write down observations in a clear and concise manner, including date, time, location, and specific details about the observed phenomenon. Drawings and sketches. If appropriate, capture visual details with accurate drawings and sketches. Label important features for clarity. Photographs and videos. Digital technologies offer powerful tools for recording observations. Photographs can capture static details, while videos can be used to document changes or processes. Data tables. For quantitative observations, organize data into tables with labeled columns and units of measurement. These documentation methods ensure that observations can be revisited, analyzed, and shared with others for further investigation. From observation to question, the spark of curiosity. Observations are the cornerstone of scientific inquiry, but they alone don't lead to new understanding. It's the spark of curiosity, ignited by observations, that compels us to delve deeper and ask questions. Effective scientific questions are specific. They focus on a particular aspect of the observed phenomenon. Instead of, why do plants grow? A more focused question might be, how does the availability of sunlight affect plant growth? Testable. A good scientific question can be investigated through experimentation or controlled observation. Can we design an experiment to manipulate sunlight exposure and observe its effect on plant growth? Open-ended. Effective questions don't have a simple yes or no answer. They encourage exploration and potentially lead to further questions and deeper understanding. Let's consider some examples. Observation. You notice that birds of the same species have slight variations in beak size. Unfocused question. Why are bird beaks different? Focused and testable question. How does the size of a bird's beak affect its ability to access different food sources? This revised question is specific, focusing on beak size and food access. Testable, through experiments with different types of food and beak shapes, and open-ended, potentially leading to questions about beak evolution and adaptation. Refining questions with background research. Once we have formulated initial questions based on our observations, the next step is to leverage the power of background research. Scientific journals, textbooks, and online databases offer a wealth of information relevant to our chosen topic. By delving into existing research, we can gain context, understand what scientists already know about the phenomenon we're investigating, identify knowledge gaps, pinpoint areas where existing knowledge is limited or inconclusive, refine questions, use existing knowledge to make our initial questions more specific and focused. For example, researching bird beak variations might reveal studies on how beak size affects seed crushing in finches. This information helps us refine our question to, does beak size in finches correlate with the type of seeds they consume? The power of why not. Considering alternative explanations. A strong scientific mind considers alternative explanations for observations. While we have a primary hypothesis, exploring other possibilities strengthens our overall investigation. Example, we observe that a plant exposed to fertilizer grows taller than a plant without fertilizer. Our initial hypothesis might be that fertilizer promotes plant growth. However, alternative explanations could include differences in soil quality. Were the plants initially planted in soil with different nutrient levels? Amount of water. Did one plant receive more water than the other, influencing its growth? By considering these alternatives, we can design a more robust experiment that controls for these variables and isolates the effect of fertilizer on plant growth. Part 2. Conclusion. The art of observation is a cornerstone of scientific inquiry. By honing our observational skills, utilizing appropriate technologies, and meticulously recording our findings, we lay the groundwork for formulating compelling scientific questions. Through focused inquiry, background research, and considering alternative explanations, we refine our initial questions into testable hypotheses. Armed with these sharp questions, we are now prepared to embark on the next phase of the scientific journey, designing controlled experiments to test our hypotheses and unlock the mysteries of the natural world. Formulating hypotheses and designing controlled experiments, unveiling the dance of variables. The spark of curiosity ignited by observation has led us to formulate a specific and testable question. Now, we enter the heart of the scientific method, designing a controlled experiment to test our hypothesis and ultimately unveil the secrets of the natural world. This phase involves understanding the crucial role of variables and how to create a controlled environment to isolate their effects. The dance of variables. Understanding the players. Imagine a complex dance performance. The dancers, variables, interact with each other, creating the observed outcome, the final bow. In scientific experiments, variables are the elements that can change and potentially influence the outcome of the experiment. Understanding the different types of variables is crucial for designing a successful experiment. Independent variable. The independent variable is the factor we deliberately manipulate in the experiment. It's the cause we want to investigate and see if it has an effect on something else. In our previous example of plant growth, fertilizer is the independent variable. We control its presence or absence to study its effect on plant height. Dependent variable. The dependent variable is the factor that we measure and observe to see if it's affected by the changes in the independent variable. It's the effect we're looking for. In our plant experiment, plant height is the dependent variable as we measure how it changes based on the presence or absence of fertilizer. Controlled variables. These are all the other variables in the experiment that we try to keep constant to ensure a fair test. They can include factors like the type of plant, soil composition, amount of water, light exposure, and temperature. By keeping these factors the same, we can isolate the effect of the independent variable on the dependent variable. The power of control, creating a fair test. Imagine trying to determine if studying music improves memory while simultaneously changing your sleep schedule and diet. It would be difficult to isolate the effect of music on memory amidst all the other changes. This is why controlled experiments are essential. They allow us to isolate the effect of the independent variable by keeping all other variables constant. There are two main groups in a controlled experiment. Experimental group. This group receives the manipulation of the independent variable. In the plant experiment, the plants exposed to fertilizer belong to the experimental group. Control group. This group does not receive the manipulation of the independent variable. It serves as a baseline for comparison with the experimental group. In our example, the plants that don't receive fertilizer are in the control group. By comparing the results of the experimental group, plants with fertilizer, to the control group, plants without fertilizer, we can attribute any observed differences in plant height to the presence or absence of fertilizer, assuming all other variables were kept constant. Designing a robust experiment. Planning for success. A well-designed experiment is essential for generating reliable and meaningful results. Here are some key steps to consider. Clearly define your variables. Identify the independent variable, the dependent variable, and all the controlled variables. Ensure your definitions are clear and unambiguous. Develop a hypothesis. Based on your observations and research, formulate a testable hypothesis that proposes a cause and effect relationship between the independent and dependent variables. Develop a procedure. Outline the step-by-step process of conducting the experiment. This should include details like the size and composition of your experimental and control groups, the specific manipulation of the independent variable, and the method for measuring the dependent variable. Replication. Conduct multiple trials of the experiment to ensure the observed results are consistent and not due to chance. Data collection. Utilize appropriate tools and techniques to record your observations and measurements throughout the experiment. Be meticulous and consistent in your data collection methods. Beyond the basics, addressing challenges. Designing controlled experiments can present challenges. Here are some key considerations. Multiple variables. Often, real-world phenomena are influenced by multiple variables. While controlling for all variables is ideal, it can be impractical. Scientists address this by focusing on the most significant variable and statistically accounting for the potential influence of others. Blinding. In some experiments, it can be beneficial to blind the person collecting data. This means they don't know which group, experimental or control, they are observing. This helps to reduce bias and ensure objective data collection. Ethical considerations. Scientific experiments must be conducted ethically. This includes ensuring the safety and well-being of any research subjects, following proper animal research protocols when necessary, and obtaining informed consent for human studies. From hypothesis to experimentation, the journey begins. By carefully formulating a hypothesis, identifying the variables at play, and designing a controlled experiment, we are now ready to test our ideas and delve deeper into the natural world. The experiment offers a platform to gather data, the language of science, that will either support or refute our initial hypothesis. Data collection, the language of science. The meticulously designed experiment acts as a stage for the grand performance of data collection. Here, observations transform into quantifiable information, the language of science. Through systematic data collection, we translate the whispers of the natural world into a clear narrative that empowers us to analyze, interpret, and ultimately draw conclusions from our investigation. The art of observation, beyond seeing. While observation forms the foundation of scientific inquiry, data collection delves deeper. It involves not just passively witnessing a phenomenon but actively measuring and recording its characteristics. This shift demands a transition from qualitative observations, descriptive, to quantitative data, numerical. Quantitative data, the power of numbers. Quantitative data refers to numerical measurements obtained during the experiment. It allows us to objectively assess the effects of the independent variable on the dependent variable. Here are some common techniques for collecting quantitative data in biology. Measurement. Utilize appropriate tools like rulers, balances, thermometers, or graduated cylinders to measure variables such as length, weight, temperature, or volume. Consistency in units of measurement is crucial for accurate analysis. Counting. This simple yet powerful technique can be used to quantify various aspects of an experiment. For example, counting the number of leaves on a plant, the number of offspring produced by an organism, or the number of times a specific behavior occurs. Time trials. Record the time it takes for a specific event to occur. For instance, measuring the time it takes for a plant to sprout under different light conditions. Recording meticulously. Preserving the evidence. The accuracy and detail of data collection are paramount. Here are some best practices for meticulous recording. Data tables. Organize your data in clear and concise tables with labeled columns, variables, and rows, replicates. Ensure proper units are included, e.g., centimeters for plant height, grams for weight. Laboratory notebooks. Maintain a dedicated notebook to record all aspects of the experiment, including observations, measurements, and any unexpected events. This detailed record ensures transparency and allows for revisiting the process if necessary. Digital tools. Utilize data collection software or spreadsheets to manage large datasets efficiently. Qualitative data, beyond the numbers. While quantitative data provides the backbone of scientific inquiry, qualitative data adds depth and context. It captures the nuances of the experiment that may not be easily quantified. Descriptive observations. Beyond numerical measurements, record detailed descriptions of your observations. For example, note the color changes in a plant exposed to different light conditions, or the behavioral responses of an animal in various situations. Photographs and videos. Visual documentation can capture fleeting details or complex processes that might be difficult to describe in words. Images and videos can be powerful tools for communication and analysis. The importance of both worlds, a balanced approach. A strong experiment incorporates both quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data provides the objective framework, while qualitative data adds richness and context. Imagine studying the effects of temperature on plant growth. You might measure the average height of plants in different temperature groups, quantitative. However, qualitative observations about leaf coloration or root development, descriptive, can provide valuable insights into the plant's response to temperature changes. Beyond the individual, replication and sample size. Science thrives on reproducibility. One experiment, no matter how well designed, doesn't guarantee a definitive answer. Replication, repeating the experiment multiple times, strengthens the validity of your findings. Consistent results across replications increase our confidence that the observed effects are not due to chance. Sample size, the number of subjects within each experimental group, also plays a crucial role. A larger sample size provides a more accurate representation of the population being studied and strengthens the statistical analysis of the data. From raw data to meaningful information, the road ahead. Data collection isn't the final destination, it's the bridge to the next critical step, data analysis and interpretation. Data analysis and interpretation, making sense of the evidence. The experiment has concluded, and you stand amidst a sea of data, quantitative measurements, qualitative observations, and the echoes of your meticulous recordings. While valuable, this raw data remains a jumbled narrative. Part 5 of this exploration delves into the essential art of data analysis and interpretation, where we transform these seemingly disparate pieces into a coherent and meaningful story. The power of organization, from chaos to clarity. Imagine a library overflowing with uncatalogued books. Gleaning knowledge from such a chaotic space would be near impossible. Data analysis plays a similar role, organizing and structuring the raw data into a clear and interpretable format. Here are some key tools for transforming data into a cohesive narrative. Data tables. Refine your initial data tables, ensuring accuracy and clarity. Calculate relevant statistics like mean, average, median, middle value, and range, difference between highest and lowest values, for quantitative data. Graphs and charts. Visualize trends and relationships within your data. Bar charts are excellent for comparing discrete categories, while line graphs effectively showcase trends over time or changing conditions. Histograms depict the distribution of numerical data. Choose the most appropriate graph type to represent your data effectively. Descriptive statistics. Summarize your data using descriptive statistics like mean, median, and range for quantitative data and frequency tables for qualitative data. By organizing and visualizing your data, you begin to identify patterns, trends, and potential relationships between variables. These initial insights pave the way for the next crucial step, data interpretation. Beyond the numbers, unveiling the story. Data analysis provides the foundation, but data interpretation breathes life into the raw information. It involves applying your scientific knowledge, background research, and critical thinking skills to explain the patterns and trends revealed in the data. Here are some key considerations during data interpretation. Relating findings to hypothesis. Does the data support or contradict your initial hypothesis? If your hypothesis is supported, you can conclude that the independent variable likely caused the observed changes in the dependent variable. However, be cautious of overinterpretation. Alternative explanations. Consider alternative explanations for your observations. Were there any unforeseen variables that might have influenced the results? Acknowledging these possibilities strengthens the overall interpretation. Statistical significance. Statistical analysis helps determine if the observed differences between groups are due to chance or a genuine effect of the independent variable. Utilize statistical tests, like t-tests, to assess the level of significance. Limitations of the experiment. No experiment is perfect. Identify any limitations in your experimental design, such as sample size or potential biases. Acknowledging these limitations adds credibility to your interpretation and highlights areas for future research. The art of storytelling, communicating your findings. Science thrives on communication. Once you've interpreted your data, it's crucial to communicate your findings effectively. Here are some key strategies. Scientific reports. Write a formal report outlining your research question, hypothesis, methodology, results, discussion, and conclusion. Use clear and concise language with proper scientific terminology. Scientific presentations. Prepare presentations to share your findings with the scientific community. Utilize visuals like graphs and charts to enhance clarity and engage your audience. Scientific journals. Publish your research in peer-reviewed journals to contribute to the broader scientific knowledge base. The peer review process ensures the quality and credibility of your research. From interpretation to new questions, the cycle continues. Data analysis and interpretation are not stagnant processes. They often lead to new questions and inspire further exploration. Unexpected results might necessitate revising your initial hypothesis or designing new experiments to delve deeper. Science is a continuous journey of exploration, fueled by curiosity and the relentless pursuit of understanding the natural world. Each experiment, with its meticulous data collection and analysis, contributes to the ever-evolving tapestry of scientific knowledge. By transforming raw data into meaningful information, data analysis and interpretation empower us to draw conclusions about the natural world. This understanding forms the bedrock for scientific progress, paving the way for advancements in medicine, technology, and our overall understanding of life on Earth. Drawing conclusions, embracing uncertainty, and ethical considerations, the journey continues. The scientific method, a meticulous dance between observation, hypothesis, experimentation, data analysis, and interpretation, has led us to a pivotal point. We have meticulously collected data, meticulously analyzed trends and patterns, and painstakingly interpreted the story embedded within the numbers. Now, it's time to draw conclusions, acknowledge limitations, and contemplate the ethical implications of our scientific exploration. Drawing conclusions, unveiling the tentative answer. The data has spoken, and based on our analysis and interpretation, we can tentatively answer the initial question that sparked our scientific inquiry. Our conclusions should be based on the evidence collected and should clearly state whether the data supports or refutes our initial hypothesis. It's important to remember that scientific conclusions are rarely definitive. They often represent the best explanation based on the current data and understanding. Future research with new technologies or methodologies might lead to revisions or even the complete overthrow of existing conclusions. Embracing uncertainty. The dance with doubt. Science thrives on a healthy dose of skepticism. While we strive for conclusive answers, the natural world is often complex and nuanced. Even meticulously designed experiments have limitations. Acknowledging these limitations is a mark of scientific integrity. Sample size. A small sample size might not accurately represent the entire population being studied. Larger sample sizes increase the confidence in our conclusions. Variables. Real-world phenomena are influenced by multiple variables. While we try to control for some, others might remain unaccounted for, potentially influencing the results. Random error. Even in carefully controlled experiments, random error can occur, introducing slight variations in the data. Repeating experiments helps minimize the effects of random errors. By acknowledging these limitations, we recognize the inherent uncertainty in scientific endeavors. This doesn't diminish the value of our findings, but rather highlights the need for further exploration and refinement of our understanding. Beyond the data, the ethical landscape. Scientific research exists within a broader ethical landscape. Scientists have a responsibility to ensure the ethical conduct of their research, both for the sake of the subjects involved and to maintain public trust in science. Animal research. When using animals in research, scientists must adhere to strict ethical guidelines. This includes minimizing pain and suffering, ensuring proper housing and care, and using the minimum number of animals necessary to achieve reliable results. Human research. Research involving human subjects necessitates informed consent. Participants must fully understand the risks and benefits of participating in the study and have the freedom to withdraw at any point. Data sharing. Open access to research data allows for verification of findings and fosters collaboration amongst scientists. Ethical sharing practices ensure data integrity and prevent misuse of information. Environmental impact. Scientific research can have unintended environmental consequences. Scientists must consider the potential environmental impact of their experiments and take steps to minimize any negative effects. By upholding ethical standards, scientists ensure that their research not only advances knowledge, but also contributes to a more sustainable and responsible future. The Scientific Odyssey, a continuous journey. The scientific method is not a linear progression from question to definitive answer. It's a cyclical journey fueled by curiosity, a willingness to question, and a relentless pursuit of understanding. Our conclusions, based on the evidence gathered, open doors to new questions and inspire further exploration. Future research might build upon our findings, refine our methodologies, or even challenge our conclusions. This continuous process of questioning, experimentation, and revision is what propels scientific progress. The ripple effect. Science shaping our world. Scientific discoveries have a profound impact on our world, shaping everything from the healthcare advancements that improve our well-being to the technological innovations that reshape our communication and interactions. Understanding the scientific method empowers us to participate in this grand conversation. By critically evaluating scientific claims, appreciating the limitations of research, and recognizing the ethical considerations involved, we become informed citizens who can shape the future of scientific discovery. The scientific method is a powerful tool for unraveling the mysteries of the natural world. It's a journey of exploration, guided by curiosity and fueled by a meticulous process of data collection, analysis, and interpretation. While we strive for clear conclusions, the scientific adventure embraces uncertainty and acknowledges the limitations of our current understanding. By adhering to ethical principles, we ensure that scientific research benefits society and contributes to a brighter future for generations to come. The scientific odyssey never truly ends, and as we stand on the shoulders of giants who came before us, we, the next generation of curious minds, have the responsibility to carry the torch of discovery forward. The broader context, science in society, and the power of collaboration. The scientific method, a cornerstone of scientific inquiry, empowers us to delve into the intricacies of the natural world. Yet, science doesn't exist in a vacuum. Part 7 explores the intricate relationship between science and society, highlighting the power of collaboration and the importance of science communication. Science and society, a reciprocal relationship. Scientific progress shapes society and, in turn, society shapes the direction of scientific research. Public health initiatives, environmental regulations, and technological advancements all stem from scientific discoveries. For example, the development of vaccines has dramatically reduced the impact of infectious diseases, while advancements in renewable energy technologies offer hope for a more sustainable future. However, the impact of science on society extends far beyond tangible applications. The scientific method encourages critical thinking, skepticism, and evidence-based decision-making. These skills are essential for navigating a complex world filled with information overload. Society also plays a vital role in shaping scientific research. Public funding for research allows scientists to pursue groundbreaking discoveries that might not be commercially viable. Societal concerns about climate change or pandemics drive scientific exploration in these areas. Understanding public needs and aspirations is crucial for ensuring that scientific research addresses pressing real-world issues. Collaboration, fueling innovation. Science isn't a solitary pursuit. Collaboration among scientists across disciplines, institutions, and even national borders fuels innovation. Sharing ideas, methodologies, and data allows scientists to build upon existing knowledge and tackle complex challenges that might be insurmountable for a single researcher. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Modern scientific problems often require expertise from multiple disciplines. Physicists, chemists, and biologists might collaborate on developing new drugs or understanding the workings of the human brain. Institutional collaboration. Universities, research institutes, and private companies can share resources and expertise to accelerate the pace of discovery. Global collaboration. Scientific problems like climate change or pandemics require international cooperation. Sharing data and expertise across borders is essential for finding solutions with global impact. Communicating science. Bridging the gap. Science thrives on open communication. Sharing research findings with the broader scientific community allows for verification, replication, and further exploration. However, science communication extends beyond academic circles. Effective communication of scientific discoveries to the public is crucial for fostering public trust in science and ensuring that scientific advancements benefit society. Scientific publications. Peer-reviewed scientific journals provide a platform for scientists to share their findings with their peers, ensuring transparency and rigor in the scientific process. Science journalism. Science journalists act as translators, breaking down complex scientific concepts for the public in a clear and engaging way. They play a vital role in bridging the gap between science and society. Public outreach. Scientists have a responsibility to engage the public through talks, workshops, and accessible online resources. Public engagement fosters scientific literacy and allows for informed participation in discussions about the implications of scientific discoveries. The challenges of science communication. Effective science communication is not without its challenges. Scientific jargon can be an obstacle for the public, and complex findings can be misinterpreted or sensationalized by some media outlets. Jargon and complexity. Scientists need to be mindful of their language and strive to present their discoveries in a way that is understandable to a broader audience. Analogies, clear visuals, and concise explanations can enhance public understanding. Misinformation and misinterpretation. The spread of misinformation about scientific topics online can be a significant challenge. Encouraging critical thinking skills and fact-checking information from reliable sources are essential tools for navigating the information landscape. The future of science: collaboration, openness, and global impact. As scientific challenges become increasingly complex, collaboration, open communication, and interdisciplinary approaches will be key drivers of progress. Open science initiatives, where data and research methods are readily shared, have the potential to expedite scientific discovery. Public engagement remains crucial for ensuring that scientific advancements benefit society. By fostering scientific literacy and open communication, we can create a future where science thrives and continues to improve our lives on a global scale. Science is a powerful force that shapes our world. The scientific method, a meticulous process of inquiry, provides a framework for unraveling the mysteries of the natural world. However, science doesn't exist in a vacuum. It flourishes in collaboration, thrives on open communication, and is deeply intertwined with society. As we embrace collaboration, prioritize clear communication, and remain mindful of the ethical implications of scientific research, we pave the way for a future where science continues to illuminate the world and contribute to a brighter future for all. The Scientific Toolbox, unveiling the tools of discovery. Throughout our exploration of the scientific method, we've delved into the fundamental steps, from formulating a question to drawing conclusions based on meticulous data collection and analysis. However, the scientific journey doesn't solely rely on human ingenuity and meticulous record-keeping. Part 8 delves into the vast and ever-evolving scientific toolbox, a treasure trove of instruments, technologies, and techniques that empower scientists to probe the intricacies of the universe, from the tiniest subatomic particles to the vast expanse of space. The power of observation, beyond the naked eye. While observation forms the foundation of scientific inquiry, our senses have limitations. The scientific toolbox offers instruments that extend the reach of our senses, allowing us to observe phenomena beyond the range of human perception. Microscopes. These instruments magnify objects thousands of times their original size, enabling us to study the intricate world of cells, bacteria, viruses, and other microscopic structures. From unlocking the secrets of life to developing new treatments for diseases, microscopes have revolutionized our understanding of the biological world. Telescopes. These powerful instruments allow us to peer into the depths of space, observing distant stars, galaxies, and nebulae. Telescopes have fueled our fascination with the cosmos, contributing to our understanding of the origins of the universe, the formation of stars and planetary systems, and the potential for life beyond Earth. Spectroscopes. These instruments analyze the light emitted or absorbed by an object, revealing its chemical composition. Spectroscopy has numerous applications, from identifying the elements present in stars to analyzing the chemical makeup of materials used in various fields. By extending the reach of our senses, these instruments unveil hidden worlds and provide crucial data for scientific exploration. From observation to measurement, quantifying the world. Science thrives on precise measurements. The scientific toolbox offers a variety of instruments that allow scientists to quantify various aspects of the natural world. Measuring instruments, rulers, balances, thermometers, and graduated cylinders are fundamental tools used for basic measurements of length, mass, temperature, and volume, respectively. These seemingly simple tools form the foundation for quantitative data collection in various scientific disciplines. Sensors. These electronic devices detect and measure various physical or chemical properties, such as pressure, light intensity, or chemical concentrations. Sensors play a crucial role in fields like environmental science, robotics, and medical diagnostics. Computers and data acquisition systems. Modern science generates vast amounts of data. Computers and data acquisition systems allow for efficient data collection, storage, and analysis. These tools empower scientists to manage complex datasets and extract meaningful insights from their research. By enabling precise and efficient measurement, these instruments allow scientists to translate qualitative observations into quantitative data, the backbone of scientific analysis. Experimentation and exploration, pushing the boundaries. The scientific toolbox isn't limited to passive observation and measurement. It also includes instruments that enable scientists to manipulate variables and conduct controlled experiments. Laboratory equipment. From test tubes and beakers to centrifuges and incubators, laboratories are equipped with a variety of tools that allow scientists to conduct experiments under controlled conditions. These tools facilitate exploration of cause and effect relationships and the testing of hypotheses. Particle accelerators. These powerful machines accelerate particles to high velocities, enabling scientists to study the fundamental building blocks of matter and the forces that govern their behavior. Particle accelerators have played a pivotal role in advancing our understanding of the universe at the atomic and subatomic level. Research vessels and submersibles. Our planet's oceans hold a wealth of undiscovered secrets. Research vessels and submersibles allow scientists to explore the depths of the ocean, study marine life, and understand the complex ecosystems that exist below the surface. These tools allow scientists to push the boundaries of knowledge, explore uncharted territories, and test the limits of our understanding of the natural world. The ever-evolving toolbox, embracing innovation. The scientific toolbox is not static. New technologies and instruments are constantly emerging, driven by scientific curiosity and the relentless pursuit of discovery. Biotechnology. From genetic engineering to protein analysis techniques, biotechnology offers a range of tools for manipulating and understanding biological systems at the molecular level. Biotechnology has revolutionized medicine, agriculture, and our understanding of life itself. Nanotechnology. This field focuses on manipulating matter at the atomic and molecular scale. Nanotechnology has the potential to revolutionize various fields, from developing new materials with unique properties to creating miniature devices for medical applications. Artificial intelligence. AI is increasingly used in scientific research, assisting with tasks such as data analysis, pattern recognition, and even generating new research hypotheses. AI has the potential to accelerate scientific discovery and unlock new avenues for exploration. As science progresses, the toolbox continues to expand, equipping scientists with ever more powerful tools to unveil the secrets of the universe. The human element, beyond the tools. While the scientific toolbox offers an impressive array of instruments and technologies, it's crucial to remember that science is ultimately a human endeavor. Scientific discovery relies on the ingenuity, creativity, and critical thinking skills of scientists. Curiosity and skepticism. A burning curiosity about the world and a healthy dose of skepticism are essential for driving scientific inquiry. Scientists constantly question, challenge existing knowledge, and seek new explanations for observed phenomena. Problem-solving skills. Scientific research often involves tackling complex problems. Scientists need exceptional problem-solving skills to design experiments, analyze data, and draw meaningful conclusions. Communication and collaboration. Science thrives on communication and collaboration. Scientists share their findings, discuss ideas, and build upon the work of others. Effective communication allows for cross-disciplinary collaboration and fosters a collective effort in expanding the frontiers of knowledge. The scientific toolbox, coupled with human ingenuity and collaboration, empowers us to explore the universe, unravel its mysteries, and utilize this knowledge to improve our lives and ensure a sustainable future for generations to come. The scientific toolbox offers a vast array of instruments, technologies, and techniques that have revolutionized how we observe, measure, experiment, and explore the world around us. From extending the reach of our senses to enabling precise measurement and controlled experimentation, these tools empower scientists to push the boundaries of knowledge. However, it's important to remember that the human element remains central to scientific discovery. Curiosity, skepticism, problem-solving skills, and a commitment to communication and collaboration are essential for harnessing the power of the scientific toolbox and propelling us towards a future filled with scientific breakthroughs and advancements. The scientific method and you, empowering curiosity and critical thinking. Throughout this exploration of the scientific method, we've delved into its core principles, the meticulous dance between formulating a question, designing experiments, collecting data, analyzing results, and drawing conclusions. But the scientific method isn't confined to laboratories or reserved solely for professional scientists. Part 9 explores how you can harness the power of scientific thinking in your everyday life, fostering curiosity, critical thinking, and a deeper understanding of the world around you. The spark of curiosity, embracing the power of why. Scientific inquiry begins with a question, a spark of curiosity about the world around you. Why is the sky blue? How do plants grow? What makes this ball roll faster than that one? Embrace these questions. They are the seeds from which scientific exploration blossoms. Here are some ways to cultivate your natural curiosity. Observe the world around you. Pay close attention to the everyday phenomena you encounter. How do things work? Why do things happen the way they do? Don't take the world at face value. Delve deeper and seek explanations. Challenge assumptions. Don't blindly accept information you encounter. Ask questions, be skeptical, and seek evidence to support claims. Wonder about the what if. Imagine alternative scenarios and possibilities. What if this happened instead? How might things be different? This playful exploration can spark new ideas and fuel creative problem-solving. From question to experiment, designing your own investigation. Once curiosity ignites a question, the scientific method empowers you to design a simple experiment to find an answer. Here's a basic framework to get you started. Formulate a hypothesis. Based on your observations and research, propose a tentative answer to your question. This is your hypothesis. Identify variables. Distinguish between the independent variable, the factor you manipulate, and the dependent variable, the factor you measure and observe. Control the experiment. Create a controlled environment where you change only the independent variable while keeping all other factors constant. This ensures that any observed changes are likely due to the manipulation of the independent variable. Collect data. Observe and record your findings meticulously. Take notes, make drawings, and, if possible, collect quantitative data through measurements. Analyze your results. Organize your data and look for patterns or trends. Do your observations support or refute your initial hypothesis? Even simple experiments conducted at home can be incredibly rewarding. By following these steps, you'll gain hands-on experience with the scientific method and develop valuable critical thinking skills. Beyond the lab, everyday applications of scientific thinking. The scientific method isn't just for science class or professional research. Here are some ways you can apply scientific thinking in your daily life. Evaluating information. In today's information age, we're bombarded with claims and opinions. Scientific thinking equips you to assess information critically. Ask yourself, who is the source? Is the information based on evidence? Can you verify the claims through reliable sources? Making informed decisions. Whether it's choosing a new health supplement or deciding on the best way to study for an exam, scientific thinking allows you to weigh evidence, consider different options, and make informed decisions based on reason and logic. Problem solving. Scientific thinking fosters a structured approach to problem solving. By defining the problem, analyzing potential causes, and testing different solutions, you can develop effective strategies to overcome challenges in various aspects of life. The power of skepticism, a healthy dose of doubt. Science thrives on healthy skepticism. Don't blindly accept information at face value. Ask questions, seek evidence, and be critical of claims, especially those that seem too good to be true or contradict established scientific knowledge. However, remember to distinguish skepticism from cynicism. A healthy dose of doubt encourages you to examine evidence, but it shouldn't prevent you from being open to new ideas and discoveries that challenge existing paradigms. The importance of communication, sharing your findings. Science is a collaborative endeavor. Once you've conducted your experiment or evaluated information, share your findings with others. Discuss your observations, explain your reasoning, and be open to feedback. This exchange of ideas fosters a collective understanding of the world around us. Science for everyone, a lifelong journey of exploration. Scientific thinking is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong journey of exploration. By embracing curiosity, asking questions, and applying the principles of the scientific method, you can cultivate critical thinking skills and become a more informed and empowered individual. The scientific method empowers you to think critically and objectively about the world around you, solve problems effectively, become a more informed citizen, fuel your creativity and problem-solving skills, contribute to a more scientifically literate society. Science is not just a collection of facts and figures. It's a dynamic way of thinking and approaching the world. By embracing scientific thinking, you become an active participant in the ongoing exploration of the universe, fostering a sense of wonder and a deeper appreciation for the complexities and beauty of the world around you. The future of science, a shared responsibility. The future of scientific discovery depends not just on professional scientists, but on an engaged and scientifically literate public. By understanding the scientific method and appreciating the power of critical thinking, you can contribute to a brighter future in several ways. Supporting scientific research, advocate for science funding and initiatives that promote scientific exploration. Engaging in citizen science. Participate in citizen science projects that allow the public to contribute to scientific research efforts. Promoting science education. Encourage science education at all levels and advocate for effective science communication initiatives. The scientific method is a powerful tool for unraveling the mysteries of the universe, but its reach extends far beyond the laboratory walls. By embracing the principles of scientific thinking, curiosity, skepticism, critical thinking, and a willingness to question and explore, we empower ourselves to become active participants in the scientific journey. From conducting simple experiments at home to advocating for science education and research, we all have a role to play in shaping the future of scientific discovery. So, let curiosity be your guide. Ask questions, and embark on your own scientific adventure. The universe awaits.